Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our Formula One 24 Driver Career Mode. Now this is episode 2. We are headed to Jeddah. If you guys have not seen the last video, be sure to go watch that. It was quite the disaster in terms of the race and just my computer itself and the AI and stuff. We got absolutely annihilated in qualifying, started down in P22, being 4 seconds off the pace, and then I dropped the difficulty from 105 to 75 to see if that would make a difference, and it turns out that it made a massive difference, and we ended up destroying everyone in the sprint race and the feature race. So maybe I set it a little bit too low, so we're setting it now to 85. We're going to test it here. I can change it in between sessions. I cannot change it during the session. Once you start the session, it's locked in. You can't change it. So we're going to see how 85 is. If we do very well in qualifying and the sprint race, then we'll definitely up it for the feature race. But we are here in qualifying in Jeddah, looking to do a lot better than we did in the previous race because it was so bad. Maybe we can go for a win here. We could definitely get a podium, I think, but that's really just because I'm benchmarking the difficulty to see where what the proper difficulty is for myself, so that I can have some really good competitive races. It's a little bit hard because I turned off the race line, so my pace is affected by that as well. A lot of these tracks I'm currently racing on, I have not raced without a race line, so I take a little bit of time to learn it. That affects my pace, so a little bit hard to tell because I was already adjusting the difficulty after doing that. And now with this new handling model and stuff, and these F2 cars feeling really weird on track, once again adjusting that difficulty to try and find the right margin or right window of where we can, compete for wins, but not, absolutely run away with it. But we're keeping an eye on for sure in qualifying here. We're also keeping an eye on Frederick Vesti because we want to, do better than our teammate, obviously. And then Frederick Vesti is currently leading the Drivers' Championship. I believe as it currently stands, we are sitting in P6 or P7. We're tied for one of those positions, sitting at, I believe, 15 points because we did get quite a few points in the feature race and the sprint race after adjusting that difficulty. But as you can see here, my screen goes black, and that's just because I'm alt-tabbing out of F124 and alt-tabbing back in, because these drops of frames that you're seeing on the screen is not the recording. That was just my PC completely giving up on trying to run this game. I've been having a lot of issues with F124 since launch, where the game's running pretty smoothly, and then just out of nowhere the frames will drop drastically. And if you guys play the game on PC, you know how bad that is for your lap time. So I'm trying to adjust it on the fly here. I guess you could say we're having some engine issues with the computer, and that is affecting our lap a little bit, but not really, because we've got a purple sector 1 and a purple sector 2, 5.5 seconds ahead of that previous flying lap. But that is really just because this is the first flying lap. Those other laps before, I was trying to burn as much fuel as I can without ruining the tires, because you go out there with 10 laps of fuel and you can't adjust it in the garage. So I was just trying to burn as much fuel as I can before I went for a push lap. And it seems to have paid off here because we got that purple sector 1, purple sector 2, and a purple sector 3 with a 142.5. And that is going to be good enough for pole position. Frederick Vesti leading with 28 points. I think it said we got 15. But we got 2 additional points because we got on pole position. But I don't think I adjusted the difficulty enough because we finished 2 seconds in front of everyone. So I'm assuming the sprint race is going to be really fun. We're going to plow right through the field, and then we'll see how we do in the feature race. All right, so we are here for the sprint race starting in P10 since we started or qualified on pole position. So we're going to get hopefully a lot of action in this one. I bumped the difficulty up to 90 from 85 in qualifying. I still out-qualified everyone by, I think it was 1.9 seconds or very close to 2 seconds. And it's making me wonder if the difficulty change doesn't set in until the next race, because I feel like even at 85, 2 seconds is quite a bit. But anyways, we're starting on P10. let's get into the sprint race. And but let's see if we can make our way through the field and get up into P1 and take maximum points for the sprint race before the feature race. So we're starting behind Martins. Darubla is in front of us as well. I'm not sure exactly what RPM to start the car at, but we're going to get off the line very slow. We're going to get a lot of wheel spin. And Pusher now is going to cut through the field. A lot of traffic. See if we can cut through the outside of turn 1, then cut inside the curb of turn 2 as we get a pretty decent getaway with, oh gosh, it's Miney once again. I think I said it right this time. And we're going to dive down the inside. We have a little bit of contact with Miney Hajar trying to fend off Darubla, and we got to be careful here because Miney is right behind us, and I think we are a lot quicker once again than the cars in front, but we're only in P8, so we got a lot of work to do anyways. Let's see if we can get the traction out of turn 9, I think that is, and get the jump on Hajar through the bare left-hander. Going around the outside to Ruvla now, directly in front of us. Oh my gosh, we have a little bit of wheel spin. We hit the wall, but we're able to save it. You can really save the car in this game, and we are locking up the tires, so we got to be careful here. We don't want to ignite our tires on that first lap, sitting at around 90 degrees right now. Did we take some damage from that tire-wise? No, we were sitting at 2, 3, and 3% as we're getting a run up onto Rubla here, and we are just going to dive down the inside and get that move done. Putting up a purple sector 2, we might get the fastest lap even here for this opening lap of the race. Now, I'm really wondering what happened in Bahrain. Why did I qualify so low? I guess maybe 105 is a big difference between 85 and 105. It's only 20, but we qualified dead last. We were 4 seconds off the pace. So maybe it was just me. Maybe I'm getting more used to this car than I think. But as we end the first lap here, we've already moved up 4 spots. But we're trying to get past Owasa now in P5 in that Red Bull Junior driver car. And then Novalak up front. We're getting caught in the dirty air a little bit. A little harder to get traction out of the corners, but we're going to get the run up on Owasa anyways. And why is it looking a little cloudy? Are we going to get some rain here in Jeddah? Oh my gosh, and we hit the rear diffuser of Owasa going too slow. Very hard to overtake in this sector here as it's so narrow and there's really only like one optimal race line. But we're going to squeeze past Owasa, move up into P5, Novalak, Behrman. I haven't seen Antonelli. Is he even in this game? I haven't seen him. I got to pay more attention. Follow Novalak closely through Sector 1 here. Everyone being very slow. No sign of Owasa. We've already dropped him by about a second here. And as we come out of turn 9 once again, we're to get the run on Novalak. We just keep hitting rear diffusers. They're not giving us any space to get around them. And we're actually going to get a collision warning with Novalak. Understandable. We are harassing him a little bit. We are intimidating him, so let's see if we can intimidate him a little bit more. As we get a little bit closer, Novalak is trying to squeeze us into the wall as we're going 2 abreast through Sector 2. We're going to get the DRS as well. We're going to zoom by him, and now we're on to Ollie Behrman, the Ferrari reserve driver. Oh my god. Oh, we got contact with Behrman there. That's my fault again. We are getting way too aggressive out there. The AI just giving us no room to go for an overtake. We are going to get DRS though, so we're going to close in on Behrman, dropping Novalak fairly quickly. And then there's Behrman, Vesti, and Benavides in the current podium spots at the moment. And I have a massive drop of frames for some reason. That's amazing. I don't know if it's me or my computer or the game itself, but I get these massive drops in frames sometimes, and I have to alt-tab out and then alt-tab back in, and that seems to patch the issue temporarily, and then it starts to happen every so often, so it's probably why the video cut. But we are right on Ollie Behrman's tail here. Once again through turn 10, we're going to get a lot better traction. Let's see this time, give us a little bit of clean room. Oh, he's going on defense here, as we're going to have to go around the outside. Too wide. Oh crap, we have a snap of oversteer. We're going to drop back down, and Novalak now has capitalized on that opportunity, closing in to 4/10 of a second. Maybe a little bit of a battle here, not as easy to grab this sprint race win as I might have first expected, but Behrman, yeah, our DRS is so overpowered. Why are these cars so slow on the straights? But we're going to dive into P3 here. Frederick Vesti, current Drivers' Championship leader, sitting in P2, so I think that means he qualified in P8. Not a good showing for him, but Vesti a little bit faster down the straight. Maybe Behrman's got more downforce in his setup, and I could have dove down the inside there now that I see it. But we're going to hold back here, wait for another dosage of DRS, get down the straight. Hopefully get past Frederick Vesti, who's actually going for a move on Benavides. They're going to be going too wide to turn one. Maybe we can capitalize on some opportunities here as we attack that curb aggressively. And Vesti getting all caught up over the curb there. And we're going to once again get a little bit of a better exit, but nowhere for us to go.
Benavides is up into first
I did say it
place.
right. It is Benavides. Haha. We got some wheel-to-wheel racing here. We're going to go for the move on Vesti. Oh my god, we almost had contact with Vesti. Through turn 10, just get that traction down. No DRS here anymore. I think it was only F121 actually, or 22 that had the DRS down the straight, but no longer. We're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. And now we are right on that gearbox of Benavides, and I'm not even sure what car this is. It looks kind of cool though. Oh, come on, we're gonna go for the move on Benavides. Let's go. We're gonna take the lead of this sprint race halfway through. Now I'm assuming we're just going to kind of run away with it. Let's see if these drivers can keep up. If not, this feature race is going to end fairly quickly. If we put up a purple sector 2, we do have the fastest lap as well. I don't remember if we get a point for having that fastest lap, but let's see here. Yeah, so Benavides here, he is going to have DRS, or he's got DRS already. He's actually closing in on us here as we are going side to side through turn 1, and I thought my game crashed there. Massive input lag as Benavides pushes us wide through turn 2, and now it's a race down to turn 3 here. Very narrow corner, so we're gonna have to go later on the brakes and just close them out. Oh crap, we hit the wall. Oh my god. Oh, lots of freaking wheel spin through sector 1. Tires might be starting to go a little bit, or I'm just a little throttle happy trying to stay in front of Benavides here. He's actually dropped out of DRS range. I think that turn 3 maneuver might have put him out of it. So let's see, maybe he could close in here. Maybe we just run away with it now that he won't have the help of DRS, given that we can keep all 4 tires away from the wall. On to the last lap here in the sprint race. It's not looking great in terms of this difficulty. We're definitely going to have to raise it once again, as we are 8.7 seconds ahead of the entire field. They're all bunched up, minus 2 or 3 drivers at the very back. Yeah, not great for us. I mean, we are winning. We're going to get the points, but, you know, it doesn't feel like an earned win. We kind of just absolutely smoked everyone, so I think I had it at 90 or 80. I think it was 85, but we will bump it up even more now. I'm really speechless about what happened in Bahrain. Maybe I just sucked so bad at that track, but Jeddah is one of my better tracks. But still, 10-second lead, that's not just me. But into the race, we started in P10, moved our way all the way up to P1, and we are now going to take victory here in the sprint race. It's going to be our first F2 victory. Oh my god. Yeah, going to be our first F2 victory. Not a feature race though, so we're going to be looking to win that feature race. Started from pole position, it looks like as well. We are low on fuel. We do have a flashing indicator. I do like how it flashes now instead of just staying solid, because you never notice it. But we are going to cross the line in Jeddah in the sprint race in P1. Let's go. Let's head over to the feature race.
Okay, so everything looks good on the power unit cycles, so let's concentrate on bringing tires and brakes up to temperature.
All right, so we are here for the feature race. My computer is on the fritz once again, man. I gotta figure out what the hell is going on with that. But we're starting this race on pole position, looking to go for the win here, of course, after coming all the way back from P10 in the sprint race and taking the win. For our first win in Formula 2, we're going to look to get our second one here in the feature race and get our first official feature race win in Formula 2. And I think with that win, we would also take the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Now, I did bump up that difficulty to 95 now, and so hopefully we're not as far ahead as we were in the sprint race, and we can actually, you know, maybe compete for a win, get some overtakes if we do get overtaken at the start. But usually the starts are great for us, similar to F1 23. We are gonna get on the starting grid here for the first time. I finally managed how to turn on the formation lap, so we do have a formation lap warm up, get those tires somewhat up to temperature. I'm not sure 54 is supposed to be green, because during the race they're running at like 90, so this shouldn't be anywhere near where we have the tires. But let's get on the grid here. Let's get right into this feature race. So here we go for the feature race. Can we get our first win here in Formula 2? We're about to find out, as we got 5 red lights. And this race is underway, so we've got about 250 meters down into the first turn here. We are going to break away cleanly already with a 3/10 gap through the first 2 turns. The other drivers might be getting caught up a little bit, but Martin's actually right on our rear bumper. So we've got to take it nice and easy on the tires here as we run wide through turn 3. And Martin's isn't going anywhere, so maybe that 95 difficulty actually kicking in. Head through sector 1, we're actually able to get a little bit of a gap on Martin's. Let's see here if we can start to run away with it a little bit. But we've been given an objective here of getting a 147.8. That's pretty easy, honestly. Our fastest lap's at 145. We should be able to get this probably this lap. But we're on lap 5. I think we're going to be pitting soon, not this lap. But we got a 4-second lead over Martin's and the rest of the pack behind. So we may have to up the difficulty once again to 100 as we slip up on the exit of turn 11. I don't know what the turn numbers are after turn 6, I think, or turn 10, sorry. But we are trying to go for a 147.8. Our fastest lap is a 145. So once again, I don't think we're going to have an issue with this. We're looking at a race win here, given that there's no safety cars or anything like that. I did also increase the frequency of those, along with the red flags, to the increased version of that. So higher chance of a safety car or a red flag. So let's head through the final quarter here and see if we can get this 147. Should be pretty easy. I don't think it's going to be our fastest lap of the race, but we're going to cross the line here with the 146.6, and we're going to hit that target, and I think that will help us. Oh shit, I broke way too late. But that should help us with our ratings, I think, at the end of the race. So we got the optional objective. Now we're going to be boxing this lap with a 5-second lead over the rest of the drivers. I'm trying to push here, but the rear tire is just not having it, as they are screaming right now at 52%, 46 on the rear left. But we are going to get a fresh set of tires on. Holy crap, he just completely lose it through the high-speed corners. So now we're having a little bit of issues with high-speed grip. But again, I think we're going on to the mediums here, so that should definitely help us carry on. And I'm assuming the other drivers are experiencing similar issues, as they are not closing in, even though I'm making all these mistakes on this in-lap. No sign of for sure either, so I'm going to try and get a teammate status on him. Let's see, where is he? By 0.2 seconds. What?
They're in 19th place.
Oh my god, so for sure it's all the way at the back of the grid and sitting in 19th. But let's get into the pits here, get a fresh set of medium tires on. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh my god, I hit something. No, I hit the wall. Oh my god, please tell me they have a front wing ready. Do they have a front wing ready for me as I hit the wall? That's gonna cost us some time here. No. Oh my god, no, there's no wing. Oh, they didn't have the wing ready.
Right, let's go.
Oh no! So we got a damaged front wing. Well, let's see here as we head out. What's the damage like? Are we gonna get massive understeer on these tires, or can I adjust to it to try and keep this first position? We have to decide quickly because the longer we wait, the further back we're gonna put ourselves. And I think we're gonna have to really force it here, but we're getting massive understeer through sector 1, and I'm actually near the lapping pool, it looks like. How are these people in front of me still on the mini map? They're not too far ahead. And I've pitted as well, so they must have been really far behind. Did everyone pit? Oh, there's a few drivers behind me who've also pitted. Oh crap. Oh, that is not good. We just cut the corner massively, and we got a 3-second penalty. Oh my god, no, this is not good. This is not good. So we got that wing damage trying to get to the pit lane. Get a 3-second time penalty, so now we're gonna have to finish 3 seconds ahead of whoever's in P2 while taking care of the car here, trying to avoid hitting the wall again and getting further damage. We put more purple sector 2 though. That's good news.
Now, let's put everything into protecting that front wing, please.
Oh, so Mark also telling us that we have to support or avoid damaging the front wing any further, so I have gotten used to it. We are going to stay out. No need to pit. Also, with that 3-second time penalty, we give ourselves 0 chance of getting back in it. Even if we pitted right after, it would have been fairly hard to grind it or get through the grid and get that P1 spot back. So we are working through it. It's not completely damaged. I guess in terms of percentage, it's like, looks like 60% for me. It's like a yellowish green, very significant on the screen, but it's not yellow or red, so it's not completely awful, but we just have to avoid damaging it for 2 laps here, and we'll get another optional objective. I like these, kind of keeps you in the race, keeps it from getting a little bit stagnant or bland. But we get that optional objective done, and we're now on the last lap of the race, and I guess you can just say it's another benchmark race because we're 8.6 seconds, 8.7 seconds in front of Iwasa, and we've had absolutely 0 challenge this entire race. We've gone through some troubles ourselves with this 3-second time penalty, and the damaged front wing, of course, which we've been managing throughout the duration of this race since the pit stop. But we're definitely going to have to up the difficulty once again, so we'll do 100 in the next one, and then if we're still destroying these guys, maybe we just turn it up to 110, but I suspect we'll be a little bit slower in the following races just because Jeddah is probably one of my better circuits. So here is kind of like my greatest potential, I guess you can say. But once we get to other tracks that I'm a little bit slower at, especially without that race line, might be a little bit different as we head through the final corner here. After starting P22 in Bahrain, we have now started on pole position, and we are going to take our first win in F2, baby. Let's go. First of many, hopefully. But we come out of Jeddah with maximum points. We got 2 points for pole position, the sprint race win plus 1 point for fastest lap, and the feature race win plus another point for the fastest lap in that one, giving us a pretty commanding lead in the Drivers' Championship, currently leading by 11 points over Iwasa. And then we are in second place in the Constructors' Championship, which I don't really care too much about. And even with that 3-second time penalty, we still finish 6. Oh, I'm looking at the sprint race. Okay, sorry. So the feature race, we finished 6 seconds in front of Iwasa. And again, with that time penalty, did not make much of a difference for the drivers behind. But I will take it. I'd like to get some better racing in, maybe some actual wheel-to-wheel action. But we're going to have to wait until the next one for that. We've now bumped ourselves up to a 68 overall. We did get that time penalty, so our experience points, or skill points, I'm not sure what we call these, I guess skill points, have been reduced slightly, but we're still going to get a crap ton of points from not finishing, number of overtakes over the weekend, and obviously finishing in P1 So we are progressing through this rating system pretty quickly, but they did say at the start that as you progress through the season, it will slow down a bit. So I think we start at 65. We've already gotten 3 points to our overall rating, but we continue this F2 journey and try to increase or maximize our overall rating before we head to Formula One. However, everyone, that will be it for this one. As always, if you watch up to this point, be sure to drop a like on the channel, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you guys know when the next driver career mode video comes out, as we chase down an F2 championship, and more importantly, we chase down an F1 seat. But until then, guys, have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.